Welcome to my channel. I'm the Political Platypus, and this is not the video I wanted to make today. I'm talking, of course, of Henry Nowak, an 18-year-old at the University of Southampton, who on the 3rd of December 2025 was fatally stabbed by Vickrum, a 23-year-old sick man. The story of Henry's death has recently come back into the mainstream after the body cam footage of the horrific night was released. On that night, Henry went through something no one should. He was chased by Vickrum and stabbed 5 times. Vickrum's brother called the police and said that Henry had used a racial slur towards them. When police arrived, Henry, who was bleeding out, tells the police that he has been stabbed. Then the police officer responds with, "I don't think you have, mate." A person bleeding out is saying he's been stabbed and the police doesn't check. He says, "I don't think you have." A person who has said they have been stabbed and a police officer meant to serve and protect has said, "I don't think you have," doesn't check if there's a stab wound while he's actively bleeding out, says, "I don't think you have." Later in the video, you hear another officer say, "Where have you been stabbed?" And the first officer responds with, "He hasn't been stabbed." The second officer then says, "We have to check though." We have to check. An officer who hasn't checked is dealing with someone who's saying they have been stabbed. They don't check. One officer goes to check and asks where he's been stabbed, and the first officer goes, "He hasn't." That is a disgrace to the police officers. There's a lot of good ones out there. These are not. Then, in the process of arresting him, he passes away. The last words he heard were the police reading him, "The victim of a hate crime," his rights. This is beyond disgusting. The murder of Vickrum stabbed an 18-year-old with a ceremonial knife in the UK, where they have strict knife laws, where they have arrested people for social media posts and carrying butter knives. They have arrested people for carrying butter knives, and they have now arrested a person who was chased and stabbed for the colour of his skin. We have gone past equality. This is active racism and it needs to stop now. I send my sympathy to Henry's family and friends with the hope that something like this never happens again. Vickrum is now serving a life sentence behind bars, as he should.